Today's episode of WTF is sponsored by Audible. Go to audiblepodcast.com/WTFpod to get a free audiobook download. Do it now.
Lock the gate!
Are we doing this? Really?
Wait for it.
Are we doing this?
Wait for it.
Ow! What the fuck?
WTF.
And it's also, what the fuck?
What's wrong with me? It's time for WTF.
What the fuck?
With Marc Maron.
All right, let's do this. How are you, what the fuckers? What the fuck buddies? What the fucking ears? What the fucking nicks? What the fucking Mullins? I am Marc Maron. This is WTF Live at the Bell House in Brooklyn, New York. Again, what a great crowd. What an amazing show we have planned for you. There's more guests than you can ever imagine just behind that curtain. Yeah. I'm thrilled to be here. It was touch and go for a couple of days since I got here. No, I can't even, I don't even know how to talk about this because I don't want to sound anti-Semitic. As a Jew, I don't want to sound anti-Semitic. But here's how it started. And then I got a lot of guests, so I don't want to ramble on forever. So I land in New York City at Kennedy. I got a car service. I'm not a big celebrity, but I wanted a car service. That's not asking too much, right? So I call the car service with my confirmation number, and they said, okay, keep your eye out for a black Camry. A Camry? I literally had a moment where I'm like, a fucking Camry? Is that what this has come to? You can't send me a shitty town car so I can at least feel like I'm being driven by a car service? I got to get in the back of a Camry with some guy who's going to be right there. There's no elegance or importance to that. So I was pissed off about that. And then because there's a Dunkin' Donuts right there where you get the baggage at JFK, I don't know, there's some part of my brain that I'm starting to believe is driven by Satan, where if I see a Dunkin' Donuts, I'm like, fuck, I got to get Dunkin' Donuts. And that coffee does something to me. There's something wrong with it. I don't know what's in it, but it creates a lot of turmoil in my brain, and it creates a rage I can't contain if everything doesn't go well when I'm on Dunkin' Donuts coffee. So I go out, and I see my Camry, the guy with the number. I get in, and, I don't want to judge, but he's one of them. It's not racist. Wherever you went with that will define your own racism. It's on you. It's on you. Whatever you just did in your head, that's who you are. But I get in, and immediately it's like a brand new Camry. So he's like, pull down the armrest where the thing. He's concerned that I'm going to spill my Dunkin' Donuts in his car, and that's all he's concerned about. And the seat's uncomfortable, and he's right there. I can see the back of his neck. He keeps looking back like I'm a child who can't fucking drink in a car. Like I'm going to let any of that sacred juice spill out. That shit is so fucking intense. So I'm protecting my coffee, and then he fucking just goes, and he sneezes. He doesn't cover his fucking face. So now I'm in this viral container getting jacked up on Dunkin' Donuts. And he's a complete asshole. Fine. All right. But then I drive to a hotel. Usually I stay at the Le Bleu Hotel. But this time I was at a place called the Condor. I didn't know what it was. All right, it was just another boutique hotel, and it's in Brooklyn, so I signed off on it. I'm like, okay. And I didn't know where I was going. So then we drive into, Jewish colonial Williamsburg. And we drive in, and I see them, and I have a visceral reaction to them. And I'm a Jew, but when I see them, I literally oh God, they're here, they're there, they're all around. It's like that. I freak the fuck out, because they're in a time warp. It's not Poland. It's not 1850, and they I don't know. I cannot identify what happens in me, but all I knew was this is fucked up. I don't want to fucking be here. Are you kidding me? They dropped me off in front of this hotel that's right on Franklin Street and by Flushing Street. I don't even know where that is, but all I know is that I was across the street from the Sukkot Depot. All right? Jews know what that is. Sukkot is a holiday where you build a hut and you dangle fruit from the fucking ceiling. So not only is it happening, apparently, but the Sukkot Depot, where you could get a Sukkot, was right there. And I'm like, this is so fucking crazy. And I was immediately miserable because they just freaked me out. I don't even know how to handle them. And I don't know if it's anti-Semitic or not. They creep me out. They fucking creep me out. I'll just be honest, you know. And I think in some part of my brain, I was taught somehow that they're the real Jews and you should respect them. Until, like, when I lived on the Lower East Side, I'd see them cruising for hookers on 2nd Avenue. I'm like, I thought, how could... They're all rabbis in my head. Why is a rabbi getting a hooker, you know? So I get out, and I'm freaked out, and then, like, I realize the hotel's owned by Hasidim. They didn't have Hasidim work there, because who the fuck would go to that hotel? But I don't want to be anti-Semitic. This is just my feelings. And I think it's more some weird humiliation thing with me. So, and then they give me a room that has 2 twin beds. And my first thought was, like, is this part of the religion? I mean, do they have another room? Are we supposed to sleep like it's 1950? And I'm alone, but I didn't want to sleep in a fucking children's bed. So... And they said, no, we don't have any other rooms. And then I'm furious because Anthony Bourdain's supposed to come, and I got to interview him. And he's meeting there. Like 10 minutes after I get there, he's meeting me at this hotel. I'm in a strange place with these strange Jews around. And I'm literally about to complain to Anthony Bourdain, who goes into real strange places. You know, like, I had to stop myself from going, yeah, I don't know, they're all over. You know, and... But he comes, we do the interview, it's fine, but I'm livid. I can't get anywhere. You know, it's not near anything. It's not by Bedford Street. There's nowhere to walk. There's no place to eat unless you want to eat at some freaky time zone. Yeah, whatever. The only fucking subway is the G. The fucking G. They're useless. I mean, you might as well say, like, you're on the moon. Good luck. The G? And that's how angry I was, though, because I'm like, is there a subway nearby? And the guy at the desk goes, the G. And I'm like, fuck that. Who the fuck even uses that train? It never comes. It shouldn't even exist. So I'm furious, and I call the people that are in charge of me, and I'm not a prima donna, but I'm like, you got to get me the fuck out of here. And the cell phone didn't work in the building, so then I'm like, this is part of the Kabbalah conspiracy. They know my feelings against my own people. They don't think I'm a real Jew, and now I can't call for help. So I go out on the street to use my cell phone, and I see them. They're all over, and they're going into buildings and things. And... they're freakish, man. They're Semitic hillbillies, all right? They're inbred. I mean, some woman with her fucking wig on was rolling a blonde child with curls down the street, one eye in his forehead. And look at that. But they probably think, like, it's the Messiah. So I think I'm being too hard on them. But I think it's my own problem. But they're giving me the stink eye. Like, there's 3 of them across the street looking at me like I'm fucking weird. I'm like, whatever. And then a cab pulls up because I was waiting for a cab. This was the most telling moment to me. I'm waiting for a cab, and I'm screaming on the phone, like, before the cab gets here. I'm like, they're all over. I'm afraid to say fuck, but I'm fucking pissed. I probably just upset a rabbi, you know, and then a cab pulls up because I need to get a cab, and I open it, and there's 3 of them in there. I open the cab, and I just see this old man with the curls and the beard, and there were 2 women in there. And this is what I did. I open it, and I'm like, oh, sorry. And I shut the door. Like, in my mind, I'm like, I just interrupted a secret meeting. It completely fucked my head up. I just blame the Dunkin' Donuts coffee, because I shouldn't hate my own people. Anyways, I fucking got out of there, and I'm ashamed of it. That's all I wanted to share. Let's start our show. I don't even know if I have time for emails. How about one or 2 quick ones, all right? This is sort of an interesting one.